Hello, welcome back to the Craft Scraps. I am Lauren, and today I'm so excited to be partnering with Michaels again. What a freaking trip. Anyways, so today we are going to be making some super cute wine and coffee tumblers for the new year. I wanted to start out on a positive mantra note. Once we get into the design, you'll see exactly what I mean. So like I said, these are the tumblers we're going to be using today. So I got this super cute little like wine one, if it'll focus, wine one, and I also got this coffee one from Michaels, and they're both that like insulated material. So I'm super excited. Just fell on the floor. Oops. So I'm super excited to make these with you guys today. And I forgot to mention, I'm going to be making them with my beautiful Cricut Maker 3 that Michaels graciously sent me. So the materials that I'm going to be using today are the Cricut Smart Vinyl materials, and I've got permanent. They also do have removable, and I also picked up a new Cricut transfer tape. Honestly, the new packaging, it just got to me. So I'm super excited to work with both of these, and I'm even more excited to use the matless technology with the new Cricut Maker 3. So excited. My mats that are kind of like out of frame are an atrocity. It's embarrassing. So if I can use a material that doesn't require a mat, like, I'm just so freaking here for it. So I'm so excited to make these tumblers with you guys. They are a great first time craft, beginner craft, intermediate, advanced level. Like, they just are a perfect quick little easy gift idea or just something for yourself. The tumblers, wine glass, that whole like family of crafts with the vinyl is like so easy, and that's why it is one of my favorite things to make. Alright, and so that is enough for my intro. I'm so excited. Again, thank you Michaels for partnering with me on this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, and as I mentioned, I wanted to start the new year out with a positive mantra craft. So today the designs we're going to be making are drink coffee and be nice for our coffee tumbler, and drink wine and be nice for our wine tumbler. So these designs are so easy and like ridiculously easy to make. So all I'm going to do is come over here and make a text box. And so for the script font, I'm going to be using this Angelica font. Honestly, I'm not sure if this is a Cricut font or where I got this from, but you can use any script font that you want. So I'm going to start by just drink coffee. And I made sure to have the only kerned fonts filter so that I know the font I'm using is already kerned, and basically all that means is that all of the letters are next to each other as they should be, as opposed to an unkerned font where all of the letters are going to be like completely separated. So that, and then the ampersand sign I used here is also that font, and then the Be Nice font is this cool retro font that I found. It's called BFC Retro Cookie. It looks like this is a Cricut Access font, but I just thought this was so freaking cool. Oh my god, I just wrote Be Rice. Be nice. So of course, if you're following along and you don't want to use this design, you can write whatever you want. So to make this all nice and centered for my drink coffee, I'm gonna come up here to alignment and center it just to make sure it's all centered. I forgot the period here. And so to make this ampersand or the and symbol closer here, so you can see here it's not as far away as this one, I'm just going to play with the line space, and I'm just going to decrease the line space by quite a bit to get it closer, or you could ungroup it and move it yourself, but I'm going to do it this way. All right, and then I'm going to move the Be Nice to it so it's closer. And now to make sure, this is all centered, I'm going to select everything and come up here to align and select center horizontally, and you can see that kind of made everything center nicely. Okay, and because I want all of this to be cut out of the same color, I want to come over here to weld, because that is going to make sure, so right now we can see over here that it's two separate layers. So the Be Nice is a layer and the Drink Coffee is a layer. So I want all of this to cut out as one cohesive design to make it easy on myself. So I'm going to select everything while it's all nice and centered and come down here to weld. And so now it's one cohesive design, and you can see over here it's all the same. So for sizing, I'll show you the exact sizes that I use for these because I think this size worked nicely. So for the coffee tumbler, I did about 3.5 by 3.5 because that's obviously a taller, it's a taller cup. And then for the drink wine, I did it about, so it's about 2 3/4 by 3. So a little more than 2.5 by 3. And I think that this size worked nicely for the wine tumbler. And so that is basically it for how to create the design. And of course, like I said, you can basically do whatever you want. And so I'm going to get rid of this big one because these are the two that we're going to cut. So I'm going to come over here to make it. And with the new Maker 3 design space technology, it's going to ask if we want to do it on our mat or without our mat. So because I'm using smart materials today, I'm going to be doing it without a mat. If you are not using smart materials, I would recommend then just doing it on your mat. I haven't tested it on any other materials without a mat, so would definitely recommend with a mat if you're not using smart materials. So because I'm going to choose without a mat, click done. Our designs are ready to go. Click continue. And then I can browse all materials, and I'm going to be choosing the Smart Permanent Vinyl. Click done. All right, and so we are basically ready to cut. I did also get this little vinyl roll holder and cutter. So you can use this with the smart materials, I believe. Again, I have not tried it without smart materials. So if you want me to test that, I will do so. So basically it just hooks right onto your machine. So if you didn't see that, so there's these little grooves right here, and then there's grooves here. Sorry, I don't have ants on me. This is just vinyl. So you just basically line those up, and it is super easy to attach. Literally that easy. And then you put your roll of vinyl in and load it in. And so basically just gets right in there. There we go. All right, so we can load our mat. Or not load our mat, load our vinyl. I'm still not used to not saying mat. So basically it just measured our material length, made sure the tool is ready to go, and now we can click cut like we normally would. So one thing I've definitely noticed with the new Cricut Maker 3, it is so fast. It cuts like lightning speed fast. All right, so now it is finished. So I am going to cut and then unload, And now I have the vinyl that I need, and this can be moved to the side. Alright, so I'm just gonna trim this side that I don't need. And then also split them into their two designs. So now I'm going to weed these, and I'm basically just going to get rid of all of this extra vinyl that we don't need. So we're just going to be left with the designs. So I'm going to start by getting rid of like all of these like little pieces in the middles of the letters that we don't need. Of course, you don't have to. You can just get rid of the big piece of vinyl first, whatever you want. Sometimes I switch it up. So like the inside of the F's. That way it's just like a little more satisfying. When you pull off the piece of vinyl, you're basically done. I really need to invest in one of those like little tools or things that store the vinyl as you're weeding it. So I don't end up looking like this, you know? Alright, so now that all of the little pieces are weeded out, I'm going to just take a corner up and I'm just going to pull away. Alright, so then we are just left with this beautiful design. So we're just going to do the exact same thing with the wine one. Just a little bit extra here. I'm just going to cut off. So same thing, I'm just going to go in and get out the little pieces first. I'm pretty sure that piece just like went somewhere, never to be seen again. I think right now my husband is watching football and he's like, sounds like he has like a mass phone call with like 3 or 4 of his friends, and like none of them can like hear each other, and it's just very chaotic over there. Alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to pick up that corner. Oh, I forgot the D, darn it. They're all just like, we can't hear you. Like, what? Okay, so I'm just going to peel away. Just like the other one. So satisfying. You love it. Alright, so now we have our super cute little designs. My camera does not want to focus on this one. Okay, there we go. Cute little designs, and they are ready to be put on the mugs. So now we're going to use this Cricut transfer tape to transfer our designs. So I'm just going to trim a piece. So if you guys have been here for a little while, I don't typically use Cricut transfer tape, but as I was buying, look how I'm cutting this right now. This is like insane. I noticed they had this like new packaged transfer tape, so I wanted to give it a shot to see how it works with this smart material. So I'm just trimming some pieces so we don't waste. You guys, I know you can't see on camera. I literally almost just stabbed myself in the neck with my scissors. Oh, it's been a day. Okay. So we have our coffee mug here. So this is the coffee one, and then the wine one will go on that. Alright, so I'm just going to lift up this transfer tape. Alright, so I got my transfer tape. So now I'm just going to put it on my design, and I'm going to try and get the maybe I should do it this way. I'm going to try and get these lines lined up so it has the grid. I don't know if you can see, but this transfer tape has the grid. So I'm going to try my best to get everything straight, just so it helps when like placing everything. Alright, and now I'm just going to take my Cricut scraper, scrape it on there good. You guys, it's November, and I'm filming this in November, so I know it's going live in January, so hopefully, but you guys, it is freaking like 90 degrees and windy and dry here. I am like, what is happening? I'm not having any fall feels right now. You know, like, good God. Okay, so now I'm just going to peel this backer off. So we're going to take the transfer tape and it's going to take the design with it so we can transfer it onto our mug. So I like to take it, like flip it upside down and peel like the backing off of the vinyl rather than trying to peel the transfer tape off with the vinyl. I feel like it just works better this way. The dang period, but that's okay. I'll just stick that myself. All right. So now to stick this, so I am going to just lay this down, and actually I'm going to take the lid off. So I'm going to place this down, and I am going to put this as straight as possible. And I just like to kind of bend it like this so the center hits it first. And just really just try my best to make this straight. It is like so difficult putting stuff on a curved surface. Sweet baby Jesus, please be straight. Alright, so I got that down. I'm just going to go over it with my fingers first. Make sure I don't get any bubbles. Alright, then I'm going to go over it with my scraper. I know this is not, people get so mad when I call this a scraper. It's like a something, I don't know. I'm calling it a scraper. Scrape it down. And then we can peel off our transfer tape gently. And so we have our super cute little mug. And the nice thing about this is that since the lid, you can like, if you want this to be like facing out when you're drinking, you can like put the lid like this. So it's perfect and ready to go. So now we can do our wine. Alright, so same thing. We're just going to peel up this transfer tape. And place it with the lines as straight as possible. Alright, so same thing. I'm just going to flip this over and peel the backing off of the vinyl. Oh my god. This one little piece is like having a hard time. Try from this way. Okay, I can see why you can do matless cutting because the backing on this vinyl is so gnarly. It's like really thick. So it makes total sense why matless cutting is a thing with this material because it's basically like a backing. Alright, so we have this one ready to go. So now I'm going to do the same thing, taking the lid off. It just makes my life easier for some reason. And we can place it on the wine glass again as straight as possible. So with these wine glasses, they bevel. I don't know if that's the correct term, but they like curve right here. So I'm going to try and get the design above that just to make my life easier. So I'm just placing it as center as possible. Please be center. Laying it down. I think I just got it, barely got it above that curve, like barely. Like barely. Alright, so I got it down with my fingers. Now I'm just going to go back over it with my scraper. Alright, so now we can peel off our transfer tape. So we have our super cute little wine glass with the lid. And we have our cute little set. I am obsessed. Alright, so that is it from these super cute and easy wine tumbler and coffee tumbler mug. So freaking cute. Everything here that you saw used in this video can be found at Michael's. And again, I just want to thank Michael's so much for partnering with me on this and for sending me this maker. Like, you guys really outdid yourselves. So thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are having a great new year so far. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, happy crafting!